We've got some Friday the 13th, Freddy versus Jason, and this Friday the 13th. So the three of them appear to be different. Oh, that's nice. That's neat. That's a neat artwork. We got some pops. Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. Alien. Usually this is where we would find the Batman, Joker stuff. Now the place looks ransacked. There is nothing at all. We've got some Yavin Lukes. Jana. You know, I'm gonna check the prices on these because the last time I scored with the Loki. But first, let's see what else they got. Nothing. A couple of animated series Batmans. I would get this Shuri for $5. So I'm gonna check to see if they are $5. I'll pick them up. Cool. So I just checked this out and it's $5. So add another Marvel Legend to the collection. Don't need the piece, but definitely a figure worth getting. Star Wars, however, are full price, so have to pass on those for now. Okay, so we're back from Walmart. I had completely forgot that I got the Loki figure for $5. And as I was there, as it's starting to become custom, I bust out my phone and I'm gonna start recording. And I go check out the Star Wars figures. And as I'm looking at the Star Wars figures, I'm thinking there's something happened here the last time that I was in this Walmart. And it didn't really dawn on me right away until I was like, oh, I got the Loki for $5. Let me see if these Star Wars figures are for $5. I would have picked up that Jana, definitely for $5. Probably the Ray, the one with that little droid. I forgot his name, but he's a good looking droid. And then I went when I remembered, I went over to the Marvel Legends. This isn't really a figure that I yearn for, but for $5, I gladly add her to my MCU shelf. I don't need the Build-A-Figure piece because I've already completed the Hulk Build-A-Figure. But as I said, for $5, I mean, who wouldn't want to pick up a figure with such a nice face sculpt here, right? Let's get that to focus, and that's a good-looking action figure, if you ask me. So yeah, let's unbox Shuri. Let's take a look at the box here. This is a pretty old wave. I believe it's about a year old from when Endgame came out. So here, let's read the back. The mastermind behind some of Wakanda's most advanced technologies, Shuri designs and distributes vibranium-powered gear to Wakanda's greatest warriors and allies. I believe she's Black Panther's sister, right? You must forgive me. I'm not too familiar with the Black Panther storyline. I remember I enjoyed the movie, and I probably have to watch it again. And I know he had a sister. I'm pretty sure it's her. This has to be his sister. Hold on, let me look it up. So yeah, okay, this is his sister. She's I guess supposedly really smart, and she comes up with these technologies, as we read in the back of the box. Not much more to say about her on my end. As I mentioned before, I'm not too familiar with the characters from the Black Panther. I need to start reading some of the issues now that I've recently gotten into digital comic books. So But that's a story for another day. For now, we're gonna, you know what time it is. Whip out the old Sword of Omens. We're gonna take it to this here box. We're gonna get Shuri out of there, let her breathe a little bit, and we'll add her to the Marvel Legends shelf. So yeah, join me. Let's do this on camera. Now, this setup that I got here right now is a little different. It's much more snug than what well, I've got a little more space, but it's still pretty snug. I was recording the other one in the other videos in the little bit of space that I have right in front of the monitors of my computer, and it's just not working out for me. So I bought this table at Walmart, and it's small enough to get the job done. It's mostly the room that is that's just too small. So I got to figure out how I'm gonna set it up. And right now that I was looking at it, it's a matter of just scooting down one of my shelves, and that'll give me enough space to be able to open up the table whenever I'm gonna need to do a review. So it'll be a pain in the ass that I'm constantly gonna have to open and fold the table before and after every review, but it'll be worth it space wise, because it won't be as snug anymore. So yeah. You know what? I was really careful opening it. I don't know why. I'm not going to keep the box. I just ripped it open. So let's get that up there, and there it is. There's part of the box. The back of the box. I like these little stands. Let me put this one up just a little bit, so that we have a different backdrop for our Shuri review, right? Yeah, and you must forgive me as well. I'm kind of at an angle. I'm like, the figure is here, and I'm like here, you know, because of the space issue. But that should be resolved soon enough. All right, so here is Shuri in all her glory, and I must say the figure is not underwhelming, but it's also not overwhelming. I'm glad I only paid $5 for it. It's worth every penny of the $5 that I paid for. She comes with these little blaster effects. Well, I don't know what you would call these. They're like energy. They shoot out energy. And it's part of the technology that she uses. I don't know if they're probably made of vibranium. I don't see why they wouldn't be. And I have her on one of these stands. This is a nice looking stand, and it's actually a stand from the Monster High dolls that my daughter used to collect. And now that she's a little older and she's getting out of figures, she wanted to get rid of them. And as I'm helping her sort through everything, I was only able to salvage one of these stands. And now that I'm seeing it here with the figure, oh man, I wish I had found some more of them, because they are nice. Yeah, see, I'll be able to get the figures in these nice dynamic poses. So these little accessories that she comes with, they snap onto her wrist. Let's see if I can get one off without breaking it. That's gonna be a little bit of a challenge if you want to get them off and not break her. Let me try doing this off camera, because I do not want to break it. Okay, so I was able to get one of them off of her hands, and it took me a little bit. I really, really did not want to break the figure, because, you know, with these female figures, their hands and the wrists are a little smaller, and they're a little more flimsy, and I didn't want to break my Shuri. You know, I paid too much money for it. So let's take a closer look at her blaster. There it is, and it's got this little effect there at the end, so it shows that she's shooting out the energy. Do they come out? No, they do not come out. but this is where you would, snap it in her hand, in her wrist or her forearm, and yeah. So she'll probably have these on at all times when she's on my shelf. So let's get Shuri off of her stand there, and let's take a closer look at it. Okay, so I was able to get both of the blasters off of her without breaking it. Thank you very much. That is the highlight of my day. Biggest achievement of the day. Everybody should have one. Everybody should strive for one major achievement a day, and I've just achieved mine. I was able to get these effects, these weapons off of Shuri without breaking the figure. And without breaking the bank, I must say, right? So, I'm trying to stand her here on the table, make her look nice and presentable for the camera, but I can't get her to stand, so I had to put her on one of these NECA figure stands. So, let's get her a little closer here to the camera. Bumping into everything. Nice detail on the tattoos on her face. The likeness is really spot on. Great face sculpting. Nice sculpting on the hair. Nice detail. Nice coloring. There is the back of her head. And Shuri is also wearing her some typical Wakandan gear. Nice suit. Nice brownish. No, it's not brown, is it? It's like it's brown and black, and it's really nice details on everything, on the pants sculpt. Got some nice sculpting there. This this skirt she's wearing looks nice. I was gonna say I would have preferred cloth, but no. Upon further inspection, it's definitely better off. I mean, it's not a hard plastic, but it's definitely not really soft. But it shouldn't cause any, it shouldn't give you trouble when you're trying to pose her. So it would have been nice if you could take it off, but I don't see anywhere that it would be able to come off. So she has got, ooh, look at that. She's got double jointed knees. You can get her feet to, you can get her stand on her tippy toes if you want to have her do some ballerina stuff. Not because she's a girl, but because the figure allows it, okay? No cut on the boots, but there is upper thigh cut. How far can she spread her legs out? About that much. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see. Double jointed elbow? Nope. Single jointed elbow. Rotation of the wrist. Yada yada. She can look really far down. And I'm sure she's going to be able to look really far up because her hair will not get in the way. Yep. Well, far enough. Arms can extend out that much. Actually, this is a pretty good figure. Now that I'm playing with it a little bit more here on the table, I must say I'm much more impressed than when I first took it out and was fiddling around with it. Arms can swing all the way around. So not bad. For $5, I think it was way more than worth it, It just, I don't know, it warms the cockles of my heart to know that I got a figure on the cheap. And I don't really collect MCU, but I'm always willing to add MCU characters to the shelf, I'm not completely opposed to having some MCU characters on my shelf. This I don't need. I will probably use for trade, or if anyone's willing to buy it, I'll let it go for the cheap, or I'm sure George will be more than happy to add it to his collection of Build-A-Figure pieces that he uses for trades and stuff. And that's how he gets me figures, not figures, that's how he gets me pieces of Build-A-Figure stuff too, or he'll use it for his own trades. Okay, so I'm getting ready to pose her, right, for the final shot of the video, and I noticed that I forgot to mention the rotation here at the chest. she can't really bend down. She doesn't have much crunch at the chest, both backwards or forwards. She can look around all right, but she can't really move around to the side. Like, you can't make her lean that much, and you can't make her lean back or forward. So, I don't know. That's something to consider, I guess. But for me, it's not a deal breaker. And so, with that, I guess we'll wrap the video up. My final impressions of the figure is that it was worth every penny of the $5.51 that I paid for her. And when I put her on this stand, she looks even better. So that'll do it for today's unboxing slash review slash trying out this new setup. And unfortunately for Shuri, she had to go through the test run. I'm sure things will get better eventually, hopefully in the next video. I'll have a little more space to move around and you won't hear so many bumps and clanks while I do this review. And eventually I hope to get some better lighting in here. I know the lighting is not the best, but we're starting up. We're trying. If you do like what you've seen, be more than happy if you gave us a like. Even happier if you would consider subscribing to the channel. And even more ecstatic if you decide to stop by and listen to the Two Hasbro's Toy Hunt podcast, where me and George talk about toys, right? Obviously, because that's what adults do. We sit around, we chew gum, and we talk about toys. So, until next time, thank you all for watching.